All right. Greetings and peace, everyone. Welcome to the C.R.S.A YouTube channel. My name is Brother Neo, and I'm here to share some info with the people. This one right here is certainly needed, especially now more than ever. This one right here is another psychological trap video, part of my psychological trap series, where I go in great detail in a lot of them, but maybe not all of them, great detail describing the various psychological traps that our world societies have us in, keeping us slaves to whatever trap is associated with that trap. This one right here is going to be about the human sexual nature. It is seriously a sexual trap, and I understand it now that I'm much more mature and I'm able to analyze myself and my life more than ever before. Now, what we're going to go in here is we're going to give you some brief background about myself. I was brought up in a single mother household, all females, the only male of the group. And I have been brought up with no masculinity in my family at all, as far as my immediate family. The closest masculinity that I have had was one of my uncles, as far as authentic masculinity, or at least a decent amount. Other than that, I had to learn this thing on my own. And also, as far as guidance, parental guidance, there was little to no parental guidance that was actually of maturity. So I had to go on my own personal development journey years later. But anyway, so then now at the age of 12, that's when between 12 and 13, that's when my sexual nature started to come online. And when that thing came online, I did not know what the heck was going on. And I feel so sorry for a lot of people. These young people nowadays, they don't know what's going on, but they just want to have sex, and they just have this HORNY feeling inside of themselves, whether they just start touching themselves or they pick up porn like I did. Like I picked up porn like later on in life. Let me see. When did I first pick up porn? I think I picked up porn after 17. I don't think I picked up porn in my teenage years. But I picked up the other thing as far as, my porn actually was back in the day where porn wasn't really popular and I didn't know about it. My mother's catalogs. Yeah, her catalogs, where they got them white women in the lingerie and them bras. Yes, I started off looking at that, and yeah, that's what I did. And then I'm not gonna go into full details, but that's just brief situation with me. So now, as far as us, we have been programmed with this sexual nature within our brain and within our body. And this is me analyzing this. And what it is of course, we have a sexual nature that is supposed to be about procreation, creating more of our kind so that we can keep the human race going on and yada, yada, yada. Now, that is all good and dandy. However, the level of intensity that it has been the level of intensity that it has been programmed inside of us is so high. And what makes it crazy is that our societies, whatever society you live in particular, a society like here in America, it plays on that sexual nature so much to where it makes a person very difficult for a person not to think about sex. like for real. I rarely watch TV, and I rarely watch anything that will stimulate my sexual nature. And I cut out a lot of things, and I I rarely associate with females face to face because of that, because I'm trying to not release myself, and I'm practicing celibacy. But I realized, like, yo, and even just pouring water, these sexual thoughts just come up to the surface. I'm like, oh my God, yo, this is crazy. So I have learned to control my own self. And this is the reason why throughout my past, I just naturally would just do a lot of things sexually with women, and then I would meet them one day, and then within a week, I'm either in their bed or they are in my bed, and we just did the thing. We did something sexual. And it took me years down the line to realize what the heck is going on. And I had to analyze all of my things from the time that I met them, before the time that I met them, all the way to the end of however it ended. And that is the serious programming of both the sexual nature within inside of ourselves as a nature. Then we have the programming, the social programming of our society. Everywhere we go, we got magazines, and definitely that music. Yo, that music is serious. Talking about sex all of the time. There's so much sex inside of these music videos. Definitely the music videos. If you are trying to do this no-fap thing where there's no pornography, then you have to remember that some of these music videos have pornish material in it, so you got to pay attention to that. I stopped watching that too. And then even if you are on these dating apps, some women, they have these provocative photos that can get your sexual nature going too. We have TV shows, and definitely you have the movies. It's so much stuff. Sex saturates our society here in America, and I can see how difficult it is with a young person inside of their teenage years. And I'm fortunate that I became aware of this, and now I'm in much more control of myself now. But I still think about sex, and I know that's the reason why, because it's inside of our nature, especially us men. But I realized, like, hold on, women are like that too. It took me a long time to realize that women are like that too, and they think about sex. They just do a very, very good job covering it up. That's the thing, fellas. You got to realize this. They do a very, very good job covering it up. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of women, though, behind the inside those thoughts and behind closed doors. They are animals, sexual animals. So, and it's not hating on it. I'm just saying that I'm just expressing what's really going on. So the thing is, though, you have to become aware of it first and foremost, and you have to be able to learn how to control it and not allow it to control you. Not allow your sexual nature to control you. And you must decrease your exposure to these media outlets. So it's things that trigger our sexual nature. And I already mentioned a few of those things. So what you got to do is you got to pay attention to, and this is for people who want to get control of their sexual nature rather than allowing it to control them. So you have to pay attention to what triggers you often throughout your daily life. That's the main thing you have to figure out. For me, it was, well, as of now, I know it's a lot of things. It's even the YouTube videos and watching some of these women who are supposedly spiritually conscious, but they still have their chest being revealed and they're dressing provocative. That's one thing I got to tell you people, that just because people seem like they're spiritually conscious, a lot of them are just semi-spiritually conscious, and they still have their foot in the door of the matrix, and they still do sexual things, and there's still women here on YouTube that still reveal their body. And you have to keep in mind, ladies, that you revealing your body, if you want to be taken seriously by men and women, you have to learn when and how to cover up your body, especially your upper body, that breast, because that really stimulates many people's sexual nature, especially us men who love breast like me, and men who are not on the psychological strength level to be able to take their consciousness and focus on the important things that matter most. Me, I can do it now, so a woman can have her breast being revealed, but I'm just saying that it makes sense for a woman to be aware of where she's at in the importance of covering herself up. It helps out, definitely helps out. And there's so many different levels to this, but for me right now, I'm trying to keep this as short as possible, this video, and I probably will be elaborating this in another one of my videos, because I have another video that I want to do, is a lecture that I'm gonna include some of the sexual nature stuff into it. But if you have any questions, comments, and concerns about this, because I have analyzed a lot of this, and I can give you suggestions, then go ahead. You can email me at committedrelationships@gmail.com for the confidential conversations. And if necessary, we can go into a consultation, because it's only so much that I'm going to share within the free information, the free emails, the free exchanges, because certain information needs to have some kind of initiation process, because this is deep advanced information that I have, and I have not shared here on YouTube. I only share certain information for free. So click that like button, comment in the comment section about your thoughts, your experiences, and whatever else that have to do with this topic. Click that subscribe button, and until next time.